The American administration led by Donald Trump has conducted 8 strikes on 3 nuclear installations in Iran. In fact, the nuclear installations which have been targeted are Fordo, Natanz and Isfahan. And some of these nuclear installations, they were in fact present underground. So what the Americans have done is they have used bombers in order to destroy these underground facilities by in fact causing a detonation. And after causing the detonation, they also attacked them with Tomahawk missiles. So this attack in fact escalated the issue between Iran and USA, and even though they were conducting some negotiations on the nuclear front, the Americans in support of Israelis have conducted the airstrikes. The American objective seems to be that at any cost they don't want the Iranians to develop the nuclear weapon. That is the reason why they have attacked these nuclear facilities where centrifuges were present meant for enrichment of uranium. The International Atomic Energy Agency has very clearly stated that there is no nuclear contamination which has come out of this attack, but the Iranians have clearly declared that the Americans have crossed a red line and the Iran has the right to self-defense. But the Trump-led administration, it has very clearly stated that we are going to, so in fact, use this war, or the American president, he's having a statement, or he made a statement on Twitter saying that the Iranians will either have peace or tragedy. So it means that, if you don't attack now, or if the Iranians stay silent after the nuclear attack, then they will have peace. And otherwise, if they retort to or more attacks, then tragedy will follow Iran, is the warning that he is giving to the people of Iran. The Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, while talking to his counterpart in Iran, he has stated very clearly that there is a need for immediate de-escalation of tensions, and along with that, the Iranians also have warned that they are going to block the Gulf of Oman. So that is particularly the Persian Gulf and Arabian Sea, that is Strait of Hormuz, they are going to block, which is one of the major oil supply line between different parts of the world. So this is one important news, and along with that, the American administration seems to be continuing its policy of forever wars, wherein one after the other war they are picking up, so by targeting the countries which they designate as rogue nations. And in one more important development today, so in fact, the Andhra Pradesh government and the mango farmers of Andhra Pradesh, particularly in the Chittoor district, there seems to be a misunderstanding which has caused a great damage to the mango farmers of Chittoor district. Particularly, Chittoor district is very well known for production of a mango variety which is called as a Totapuri mango. This mango variety is used primarily for extraction of mango pulp, but of late, the demand for these Totapuri mangoes has substantially fallen. Even though there are multiple extraction units in the district of Chittoor and Tirupati, there is oversupply of these mangoes, which is leading to price crash. And this is not the issue this year, but over many years, the same issue has been persisting. But the government of Andhra Pradesh has earlier promised that they're going to provide 8 rupees per kg for the Totapuri mango. But right now, the government is promising only 4 rupees per kilo. Just think about it. Mango is usually considered to be a costly delicacy, but the government is trying to procure the mangoes at 4 rupees per kilo, which shows the disastrous state to which the affairs have fallen. And multiple mango farmers, they have dislodged their mangoes nearby to the mandis, sometimes outside of the units which extract the pulp. They have dislodged all the mangoes of theirs and they have left the region. So this shows the sorry state of affairs in the mango cultivation. And because of the drastic reduction in prices, there was also panic harvesting which occurred, and this panic harvesting has led to such a huge crisis. And earlier we know that the Karnataka Chief Minister also wrote a letter to the Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister to permit the Karnataka Totapuri mangoes also to enter into the Chittoor district, when the district magistrate has banned the entry of these mangoes. So this is the plight of agriculture, particularly the horticulture crops in India. Then along with that, in one more important development today, so today some professors and students of IIT Delhi have conducted a quantum communication, and this quantum communication range was 1 kilometer, in which they in fact communicated this 1 kilometer distance by using quantum communication with wireless communication technology. And if you observe this wireless quantum communication technology is called as quantum key distribution, where the message that you want to relay, you are going to code it into the quantum photons. And these photons are transferred from place to place in order to communicate the message. Usually the quantum communication can be done either through optical fiber method, wherein a wired system is there in order to relay the messages of quantum dots. But this messaging is the wireless communication, and this is the farthest distance for which the communication has been done in India till date. But the Chinese, back from 2000s itself on, they are using this kind of quantum technology and wireless communication to communicate with the satellites and also communicate with the places which are 1000 to 1700 kilometers distant. But we are conducting the quantum communication, or we have the capability of quantum communication of only 1 kilometer. So this is one thing that we need to focus upon very early, primarily because the future is going to be quantum communication, because quantum communication has this aspect which is called as quantum entanglement. And quantum entanglement ensures that there will not be any hacking involved in the data communication. It means that the data absolutely securely it is communicated from one place to another. So that is the reason why the quantum communication is going to be the future. But the problem with quantum communication is, as it is communication of the photons, usually any physical disturbance like the dust particles or pollution is going to create some hindrance in quantum communication, particularly in cities like Delhi, where the quantum communication is going to be difficult, particularly because of the pollution. So then apart from that, in one more important development, in the state of Odisha, nearly 40 members of a family are forced by the villagers to undergo a ritual of tonsuring. See, in fact, in the civilized world that we are living today, this kind of tonsuring of family members, that too primarily because there was an intercaste marriage wherein the woman of the said family who was belonging to a scheduled tribe community has got married to a boy of scheduled caste in the neighboring village. And this made the tribal community to completely socially boycott the family. And when the family pleaded with the community in order to reintegrate them into the community, they were asked to, in fact, shave their heads and tonsure. Okay, along with that, they have to conduct a ritual in front of the family or the village deity. So this was the kind of harsh punishment which was given to these families. And in the modern civilized world, intercaste marriages are being promoted by the Indian government by providing nearly 2.5 lakhs in subsidy. Particularly the Odisha government is providing 2.5 lakhs in subsidy for intercaste marriages, but the society seems to not accept this kind of intercaste marriages. And particularly whenever these kind of intercaste marriages are occurring, honor killings, okay, dishonoring of the family members, then apart from that, social boycott of them, and in extreme cases these kind of tonsurings are being done, which shows the sorry state of affairs. And even in the modern times in India today also, 97% of the marriages which are occurring in India are intra-caste marriages but not inter-caste marriages, which shows still the strong hold of caste on Indian society. So definitely the people who are involved in the social boycott and the forced tonsuring, all of them should be harshly punished. And apart from harshly punishing them, so Maharashtra is the only state which is present in India, and it is the first state in India which passed a special law in order to target the people who are resorting to social boycott. Particularly the Maharashtra government, in fact, it stated very clearly in the act which banned the social boycott, saying that if there is denial of service, if there is public humiliation, restriction from festivals, and if there is economic boycott of any family or community for breaching the social norms, then automatically the people who are resorting to the social boycott or who are doing the social boycott, they will be in fact punished, primarily because social boycott is also considered to be a form of violence. And in fact, it also said very clearly that any person who in fact resorts to this kind of social boycott will lead to 3 years of punishment and fine of up to 1 lakh rupees. So these kind of laws need to be enacted by multiple states in order to avoid such kinds of violence against communities for breaching the social norms. Thank you.